Man, oh man, oh man. You guys dig my shirt?
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah. It's a birthday gift, man.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, it seems like it happens once a year or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah, if it happened a little more often, it'd be pretty cool. But you know what? Once a year. Can't complain, right? Welcome to Pick Six, where we cover six teams in the NFL. In the NFL, that being the Raiders, the Cowboys, the Niners, the Packers, the Rams, and of course, our beloved Steelers.
oh yeah.
Okay, man. I know we're gonna get to the Steelers in a bit.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit like, wow, and I have a lot to say about it. But before we do that, let's go ahead and let's get into the rest of Pick Six. What happened in Week 10, leading up to Week 11. My goodness, man, these weeks are just going by fast and fast and fast and faster, Humps.
Hey, getting ready for those playoffs, man. I think the Steelers have a chance. But first game we got is the Dallas Cowboys going into Carolina to play the Panthers. Cowboys are 6-3 coming off a win against the Giants. The Panthers are 1-8 coming off a loss against the Bears, which was a battle of the number one overall pick, if I'm not mistaken. What do you have on this one?
Well, I mean, this is what the Cowboys needed, right? Now, the Cowboys, you guys could be licking your chops saying, like, yeah, this is where we turned it around. But it's the Giants. Okay. It was the Giants. And by the way, look, it's a win.
Yeah.
That's all you need. The record doesn't need to show for you to make it to the dance. The record doesn't need to show who you beat. It's just how many wins do you have? Hey, that's a win. And now you got the Carolina Panthers. Should be another win.
Almost definitely.
So, look, man, congrats to the Cowboys because they're getting two, and what I am assuming, two victories. One for sure. Obviously, you guys already beat the Giants, but this should be another victory. And I think, look, even if you beat sorry ass teams, I think it could do something for you mentally and the camaraderie of the team coming together and just the feeling of winning.
Sometimes that's not always a good thing, though.
That's true.
Because
That's
then
true.
sometimes you do get full of yourself, and then you play a
Mm.
good team, and then you just, what happens to the Steelers at one time when they win 11-0 a couple seasons ago.
Yeah.
But this game, I mean, Cowboys, they played a punching bag of a team in the Giants last week. They play a punching bag of a team this week.
Where are they playing at?
It's in Carolina.
Ooh.
Little bit of a weird place to play, but the Panthers just aren't good. They just aren't. Maybe I think they do better than the Giants, which is that saying much? Probably not, but I'm going Cowboys all the way here.
I think they do better than the Giants, but you need to do it like a lot better than the Giants, man, because that was just a blowout. I think it's a little bit more competitive, but not competitive.
Oh.
You guys get what I'm saying?
I got it. Next, we have the Chargers going into Lambeau Field to play the Packers. The Chargers are 4-5, coming off of a loss to the Lions, a very close one. Very close one to the Lions. And the Packers are 3-6, coming off a loss against the Steelers. What do you have in this one?
You know, that Charger Lions game. You know, a lot of those games, especially like the afternoon games over here on the West Coast, you know, we call them late games because they start at 1:00. You know, if you're like in the East Coast or whatever, they're like at 4:05 or 4:25, whatever it may be, right?
Yeah.
Man, those games, what was it, like 3 of those games ended in like last second field goals? That was badass, man. I loved it. I didn't really get a chance to watch any of the late games because I had to study for a test, a few tests actually. Went, watched the Steelers game at a bar, came back, had to study for a test, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and see how some of these games end. Goodness gracious, I'm glad I did because a lot of those ended with these last field goal, man, and that was badass. Chargers, I think, are a little bit better than what the record says.
Yeah.
But just like I said previously, that doesn't matter. Okay. Your record is what your record is. Um, there it's gonna be in Lambeau.
In Lambeau.
Okay. Look, man, for those that are not from SoCal, San Diego is a place, man. It's just the weather, the beach. It's just, I mean,
San Diego. Wow. Doing that to the Chargers? Wow. They're the biggest team out here, man.
Qualcomm Stadium and all that, man. Man, so they're the Los Angeles Chargers. And by the way, a lot of people don't know the original LA team. Going into Lambeau, now that weather is really starting to kick up a little bit.
Yeah.
Not to say that it's going to be a winter wonderland. I'm not really sure. I haven't checked into the weather in Green Bay, but yeah, I think they are going to struggle a little bit. I think they can pull off this victory, but you know what? I'm going to go Green Bay on this one.
Okay. I know I could see it going either way just because it's in Lambeau. Because there's a bit of a theory that teams from the West Coast tend to struggle going out east and playing teams like the Packers, like New England, teams like that, just because of the weather. Is it going to be as cold as it would be in December or January? Probably not. But my only thing is with the Chargers is their defense is not good. Just isn't. It has been performing well. Justin Herbert, on the other hand, has been. That offense has been doing good most of the year, if not the whole year. I'm just going to go Chargers. I don't really know why, but I will say this. If the Packers are looking to try to still get themselves into that 7th seed, they need this win. Which, are they going to do that? Probably not. But I'm just going to go Chargers here. It just seems like the safer pick.
You know what? I'll be honest. This is kind of a tough game to pick. It really is. Who do I think is the better team? If I had to pick one, the Chargers. However, taking everything into consideration, I don't think the Packers are too far off of being like, wow, I'm super surprised that they beat the Chargers. No, not like that. So, but I'm going to go Packers.
Yeah, I got it around like 60-40. If it was out here, I'm going Chargers all the way.
That's right, with the home field advantage.
Home team. But yeah, I'm going 60-40. Next, we have, some would say, an intriguing matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. The Raiders go into Miami. The Raiders are looking at a 5-5 record, back at 500, back-to-back wins, coming off a win against the Jets. And the Dolphins are 6-3, coming off a loss against the Chiefs. What do we have for this one?
Well, Raider fans, I'm glad you're on cloud 9. I'm glad you guys have been enjoying these last 2 weeks. Just like I said, because you guys went ahead and fired the head coach and Josh McDaniels. You guys benched Jimmy G, and you guys said that was the issue. That was the main issue. And look at us now. Now we're winning. Now we're on a winning streak. But just like I said, if I were in charge of the Raiders, and I'm not, but if I were, and I was going to fire them in front of these 2 games, before these 2 games, that's exactly when I would have fired and made the big changes like that. Why? Because these 2 were good, winnable, or I should say, these 2 were easy, winnable games. I think this is bad. I think that we're coming to week 11 here, where things are going to come back down to earth. And I got the Dolphins on this one, especially the Dolphins coming off of a loss. Dolphins coming off of a loss. I don't see them losing 2 in a row and it being to the Raiders. Where's the game at?
It's in Miami, a tough place to play too.
It's in Miami. Matt, that weather, the ice, the snow, then the polar bears and bottom snowman, getting in there and everything. I mean, it's Florida, man. It's just that state might as well just be a one big old block of ice.
And Alaska's a sunshine state, guys. Yeah, I think the Raiders are. I think the Dolphins are probably going to do a number on the Raiders. And I'm not saying that the Raiders are just a terrible team. It's more just the Dolphins are just a top tier team. You know, they're just the better team. That offense just has a lot of speed, things like that. I don't think the Raiders defense is going to be able to stop them. So I'm going Miami, 30 plus points. Not winning.
Wow.
I'm saying scoring. I'm saying scoring. I'm not saying winning by 30 plus. I'm saying scoring.
That the Dolphins scored that or combined that?
The Dolphins scored 30 plus points.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
then call it. How many points do the Raiders score?
Around 17.
Okay.
Maybe 20.
Okay. So it's not a blowout, but it's an easy win.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like a complete blowout, but probably 2, maybe 3. Maybe 3 possessions.
Okay.
I'm not talking too down on the Raiders here. It's just the Dolphins are just a good team.
Hey, you guys had 2 back-to-back victories, man. So, you know.
They could still
I'm sure it was fun. I'm sure it was fun for the Raider fans. I'm sure it was fun for the Raider fans, man. But let's get back down to earth now.
I will say this. They win this game, maybe we should start taking them seriously. We should start taking them seriously. But I don't see that happening.
I don't see it happening either. But if it does, we'll be here next week.
Oh, yeah. Next, we have the Seattle Seahawks going into SoFi Stadium to play the Rams. The Seahawks are 6-3, coming off a bit of a nail biter against Washington. And the Rams are 3-6, coming off of a bye week. So they should be rested. Let me look at this injury report. Nothing on Matt Stafford yet. Nothing on Matt Stafford yet. So I don't think he's playing again.
At the time that we're recording this.
Yeah, there's nothing on him.
Yeah, man, that Seahawks game at the very end. I tell you, those games were just badass, man. All ending in field goals. It was awesome, Holmes. I loved it. The Rams having a bye week, does that help them? Does that hurt them?
Okay, he's expected to start. Okay.
All right, is this expected to start? Does it help them? Does it hurt them? Had they not had a bye week, does that give them a better chance against the Seahawks or not? Either way, for me, the bye week is kind of a non-factor. I think the Seahawks got their number. I think the Seahawks, I think in this one, I think the Seahawks do a number on them. I do, man. And that is going to be, in my opinion, this week, okay, week 11. I think that is the end of the Rams. I think this is where they get dehorned, and they got no horns anymore because you're coming off a bye week. You should be getting everything together. You're playing a divisional rival, and I think the Seahawks are going to smash them. And I think that just completely debilitates their soul for the rest of the season. Not to say that they don't win anymore or anything like that, but I think that just lets them know, like, you know what? We ain't going anywhere, man. We ain't going anywhere this year. Let's just try to win a game here and there, but we're not going anywhere. So I got Seahawks.
What did the Rams do to you, man?
At home, man. In freaking
SoFi.
In SoFi.
What did the Rams do to you, man?
Nothing, man. Look, we beat them, you know.
All right.
That could say something.
All right. It seems like you have some sort of beef there, but
no, shout outs to all the Rams and the Rams fans. Holmes, you know what? Home team, dog. But hey, what can I say? The Seahawks are gonna fly down here and, you know, eat the carcass of the Rams. It's just gonna happen,
I'm
man.
sure Seahawks fans are gonna fly down here too. But I think this is a bit of a closer game. I think the Rams getting Matt Stafford should help them at least a little bit. Do I want to go with the Rams upsetting? Because the Seahawks they didn't really look that great last week, you know,
against the Commanders.
against the Commanders. I can't take that name seriously. I guess I'll go Seahawks.
Oh, you're so close to picking the Rams.
You want me to pick the Rams?
Well, I mean, you were flirting around with it. Did just me saying Commanders make you change your mind?
Yeah, I kind of did.
Oh gosh, man.
That's how much I don't like that name. But I'll go Seattle. I don't really even know why. I just think they're the better team.
Then go with the Rams. If you have
I don't think the Rams are the better
if
team.
you have no idea why, just
Because they're the better team.
it's just a flip of a coin to you. Okay.
Because they're the better team.
All right.
I know you're trying to get back up in the
man,
winning column. All right. I know you're down in the picks right now, but it ain't gonna work.
That has nothing to do with this, son. I'm just trying, as a father, trying to teach you that sometimes you need to take risk to succeed. That's all I'm doing. But let's move on.
Feeling comfortable right now. But next we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going into Santa Clara to play the Niners. The Buccaneers are 4-5, coming off of a win against the Titans, and the 49ers are coming off of a statement win against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I picked the Jags. Jags are no punks, man. I picked the Jags. And not Charlie, homie. Those Niners were all like, hey, whoa. You know, beat us once, that's on us. Beat us twice, that's on us. Beat us 3 times, damn, that's still on us. But now we got to come back and be what we were before we went on that 3-game losing streak. And like I said, the Jags are no punks, man. Nobody really talks about them, but no, they're no pushovers. The Niners, are they back? Is it can it just take one game for me to say, like, man, they're back? I never really thought they were completely gone. I still saw them as a good team, but them losing 3 in a row, I was just like, damn, you know, what's really going on with them? But I always still kept them up here. You know, I did have them like up here. To me, those 3 losses in a row did not drop them down here. They were still somewhere here. You know, I was just like, okay, I think they're going to find their groove back somewhere. They need to be smacked around a little bit to be like, hey, wake up. Okay, you are this team, remember, that was going undefeated. Is this enough to say, hey, they're back? They're back to their ways, man, of just, you know, looking damn great. I don't know. It's against a good team in the Jags, so I'm not really sure. When it comes to this game right here, I'm going to tell you guys this, man. I can't even really tell you much about the Buccaneers this season. Once the big star of the movie Ted left, one Mr. Tom Brady, I can't even really tell you much about the Buccaneers, man. I really can't. I don't really know who's the good ball players over there or the bad ball players or anything. That team just, at least for me, just kind of just went under the radar. Seems like they got a decent record. What are they, close to 500 or something like that? All right, they're just somewhere in the middle. Well, the Niners are not in the middle. Okay, the Niners are up here. I don't know if they're up here yet, but they do have that possibility of getting back up here. They're just right here. I go Niners.
Let me say this. They went into Jacksonville, faced the Jaguar, and didn't even get scratched against a Jaguar.
That was impressive.
Not even a scratch. Yeah, very impressive win, especially on the road, which I didn't really get to watch much of the game, but I'm sure there's a lot of Niner fans there. I don't see the Bucs beating the Niners. I know they have Baker Mayfield as their quarterback. Mike Evans. That's really about it that stands out with that team.
Wow, Mike Evans is still there, huh?
Mike Evans is still there, but
And Baker Mayfield, that's right. Baker Mayfield is there. My boy Baker Mayfield, man. I remember when he was a Ram.
oh yeah, he was
That got me cheering for the Rams. You know what? Check this out. Okay. Shouts to all the Niner fans. Hey man, I'm picking the Niners to win, but I'm rooting for my boy Baker Mayfield. I'm rooting. Let's go, man. Let's go, Tampa Bay. They're not gonna win. They're not gonna win. I am picking the Niners, but just let it be known, I'm rooting for Baker Mayfield. Let's go.
Man, I don't. You became a fan of Baker Mayfield, a former Brown?
Yeah, man, of course.
All right.
Yeah, hey, shout out to Baker Mayfield, man. I like the guy.
All right. I don't have a problem with him anymore because he's not with Cleveland. Yeah, Niners probably win 3 possessions. Enough said. There's not really much about this game.
You know, check it out, dog. But when he was with the Browns, he was actually a pretty big star, doing all these cologne commercials and all this stuff.
Maybe he's a big star in Florida. We don't know.
Nah, Charlie, homie, the Steelers need to pick him up. Even as a backup, why not?
Okay, that's a solid.
Come
backup.
on,
that
man.
is
Come
a solid
on.
backup. That's a solid backup. I'll say that.
Yes. All right. What else we got?
Last but not least, hey, we're going back to Cleveland. Baker's house.
That's right.
Baker's house.
Right. Oh, those commercials were good.
We're going. The Pittsburgh Steelers are walking into First Energy Stadium to play the Browns. The Steelers are 6-3, coming off a win against the Packers, and the Browns are also 6-3. Bit strange saying that the Browns are 6-3, coming off of a come from behind victory against Baltimore. But Deshaun Watson will not be playing. He's out for the season. Is that a huge theme for the Browns? And now they have to rely on rookie DTR.
Why is Deshaun Watson out for the season? Was he messing around with some highness or something like that? Or I mean, he's kind of known to do stuff like that. I mean, why is he out for the season?
I don't want to get too much into it,
All right, man. All joking aside, look, Browns. Wow, that was impressive. I was watching the Steeler game at the bar. You guys could check it out on this channel. I filmed the last play for the Steelers and Packers at a Steeler bar, and we're doing the same thing this week in Pacoima. Steeler takeover. That's right. Let's go, Steeler Nation, baby. All right, man. And we were keeping an eye out on what was going on with the Browns and the Ravens. And it's like, come on, Browns. You know, we need you to win. I mean, nobody was cheering for like, yeah, let's go, Browns. But we're just like, come on, we need the Browns to win. We don't need the Browns to win. We just need the Ravens to lose. It just happened to be the Browns. And I'm like, that's it, man. You know, they're not going to come back. I get home and I'm like, whoa, wait a second. What happened? Oh, damn, they're about to win. Boom, they won. Like, whoa, that was crazy. So, hey, man, look, shout outs to the Browns, man. First Energy Stadium. But you know what? We're going to have some great energy there, man, because it's Browns and Steelers. Now, Steelers. Okay, I said in the beginning of this video, got a lot to say about the Steelers. All right. The offense is starting to come alive. The offense is starting to look great. What changed? Well, maybe not great, but better.
I wouldn't say great.
Okay, better. Okay,
all right.
better. All right, they're looking better. But again, to look better from the product that they were putting out in the beginning, that's not a big task.
No,
because the offense was gosh awful. All right, so by them looking better, it's not like a tall drink there. What has changed? Well, I'll tell you guys what has changed. Matt Canada is down on the sidelines. Now, I never knew this, but unless I heard it wrong, I heard that Matt Canada, his entire career, even in college, and I'm not familiar with his college career, he had never, ever, ever, ever been down on the sideline. He had always been up in the box. through his whole college career, through his whole, NFL career, always in the box. Now he's down at the sideline for these last two games. And in the last two games, the offense uh actually looks good, or at least decent at that. But I'll put it to you guys like this. The offense looks like we don't need to rely on the defense to score for us. I'll put it like that, because the offense is actually scoring. So, man, I'll get it to you. I got more to say, but go for it.
Yeah, I'll say this offense is looking better.
Great.
No, not great. Far from great. Still far from great. I'll say this. They had 17 points at the half. 17 points, and after that, they only scored 2 field goals.
Okay.
I said it last week. The Packers are a team that you should beat by 2 possessions. I'm not trying to, poke fun at the Packers or anything like that, but I just feel like the Steelers have the talent to beat them by 2 possessions. I truly do. My goodness, is this offense still inconsistent, though? It's even having people question if Kenny Pickett's really the guy. I'm seeing it all over the place.
I've been questioning that. I still don't have an answer, whether it's yes or no. I still don't have an answer.
Like I said, the only way I could back him up is by saying that he's clutch, because he is. Okay? Another thing about this offense that's changed is Broderick Jones, offensive line. Since he's been starting the past 2 weeks against Tennessee and against Green Bay, the running game is a heck of a lot better.
Oh, okay. And I'm not going to discredit him, but I also want to give credit to Warren as opposed to Najee Harris. Now, Najee Harris does have his moments, but I've been saying that I like Warren a lot better, man. He can make so many different maneuvers and avoid the defense. Warren, I see him running over somebody. Najee Harris, I don't see him running over anybody. He gets hit, he gets stood up, and that's it. I like Warren, man. I do, and I'll go ahead and say this while we're on the subject of Kenny Pickett, whether he's a guy or not. I don't know. I don't have the answer to that, but I will say this: Deontay Johnson, son of a gun, dog, catch the ball, Holmes. When you catch the ball, you can do some pretty damn good things. But there's times where, like, the ball's hitting your hands and you drop it. Now, there are other times where somebody's wide open and Kenny Pickett just kind of overthrows it. And should we discuss this whole Jorge Pickens thing? George Pickens? Because he was wide open a few times and he's putting his hand up. Kenny doesn't see him. And it's like, hey, what the heck, man? So I can kind of understand a little bit now. George Pickens, it's like, dog, I am getting open. Maybe not every time.
Yeah.
But I am, here and there. And whenever I do get open, that needs to be you right there to give me the ball. Damn, dog. This game could have easily been lost, man. That sucker went all the way down. And thank goodness for the interception, which also defense. My goodness, dog. Secondary really needs to get it together.
Yeah. They were just giving up way too many big plays. Where I didn't get to watch the game, just the highlights. They're giving up way too many big plays. They're making Jordan Love look like, dude, I don't know. I can't think of a good passer right now. Like Brett Favre or something. I don't know.
Pick another Packer.
Yeah, they were making him look like Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre. It was ridiculous. He was carving up that defense until like the very end of the game is when the defense stood up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that secondary, you're getting cut to pieces, man. Dude's wide open. Like, why?
By 5-10 yards.
Yes. And on the flip side of the ball, Kenny, my guy, homie, you are not Drew Brees, dog. You're trying to force a ball in there when there's only an opening of like 5 inches or less. Like, dog, where are you throwing the ball, homie? And then you throw it behind Warren, and it almost looks like a lateral. That probably should have been a fumble. I'm not even really sure. They reviewed it and they're like, no, it wasn't. I'm like, okay, cool. But I mean, they're looking better.
Yeah.
They are looking better. I don't want to just keep on complaining about them because they are looking better. We're definitely in a winning record, and against the Browns, dog. This is the divisional game. Look, as a Steeler fan, obviously I go my Steelers. If I were not a Steeler fan, it'd be a little bit of a tough decision.
Remember, Deshaun Watson's not playing.
Oh,
remember that.
That's right. That's right.
DTR, their rookie.
What does he have an appointment at a massage parlor or something? I think
maybe.
Okay. Okay, if I weren't considering Deshaun Watson and I were not a Steelers fan, I think I'd go Browns. Since he's not playing,
Browns do have that tough defense.
Yeah, they do, man. And Kenny Pickett sometimes forces the ball, and I do see a turnover. I do see Steelers offense turn this ball over, man. How much is that going to affect the game? I'm not really sure. And our secondary's darn it, dog. It really gets to me. I'm gonna go Steelers. And if I were not a Steeler fan, because Deshaun Watson is out, I would probably lean towards the Steelers. But I could see myself going, yeah, I would go Steelers. I think I still go Steelers.
I think Steelers are going to rely heavily on the run game because, I mean, that's what you got to do, man. That's what you got to do. That 1-2 punch is it's working right now. It's working right now. Passing game is just a mess. It really is. I got the Steelers winning 16-10.
16-10. Okay.
16-10. We're gonna have to rely on Boswell to kick a couple field goals. Mr. Reliable, he'll get them all.
That's him,
he'll
man.
get them all. Steelers defense, TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, they do their thing. I know the secondary is missing Minka, and looks like they might still be missing him this week. So just bring the pressure.
Range, man. The remainder of the Killer Bees, Mr. I need to give me a jersey.
The Steelers can go 7-3.
Wow, dog. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Go Steelers.
Go Steelers.
It's not ending.
Okay.